collect all the bottles, plastics and glass, and when I have sufficient, I take them to the bottle exchange and cash them in.
I would like to see more options being made available, not to me as a youth, but to the general population. Help us to explore more options beyond privatization and increasing taxes. I think we're showing a lack of innovation at that level.
So is there anything more about this solid waste tax issue that you think Barbadians should know? Maybe something we're not hearing?
It represents 0.3% of the site value.
But them still put it as a solid waste tax, but really it's not a solid waste tax.
The Barbados government has entered into a contract with a firm called Sustainable Barbados Recycling Center.
An interesting statistic is that 62% of all solid waste is produced by commercial entities.
It's a firm closely associated with Mr. Busy Williams.
You look at the thing is, most of it comes from the increase in the construction spearheaded by magnates like Paul Williams.
Under that contract, the Barbados government has obligated itself to provide this company with a certain quantity of work every year.
And basically, which is one of the reasons why he built the SBRC Center, to remove most of the demolition waste which he was basically putting out into the environment.
And in the absence of providing that quantity of work, to provide them with guaranteed payments, the annual guaranteed payments.
I feel the government should have approached it differently. Come to the people and I have a discussion about it.
But the reality they did it.
Right.
So the question is, why is it that we falling into that tax bracket when we represent the minority?
And the reason given for this municipal solid waste tax,
because it's easier to tax or it's easier to privatize, but re-education of people is never an option for us because we're too lazy.
is to raise funds to cover these guaranteed annual payments to Sustainable Barbados Recycling Center.
So if it was to try to do a campaign to change the mentality of Barbadians,
Collect all the bottles, plastics and glass, and when I have sufficient, I take them to the bottle exchange.
I think that's something that's more feasible.
Yes, all my organic garbage turns into compost, which I use.
Now asking someone to pay $100 when on the solid waste tax member and truly they're only bringing $250 on a weekly basis. I would like to see some persons actually trying to effect change. So for example, they see some people rallying to change the mentalities of how we dispose of our solid waste.
Shouldn't we also demand that they do these things that you're saying now, that they encourage change and the way we view our solid waste and the way we take care of it as citizens? We live in a system where our tax dollars go towards them and they spend it for the benefit of everyone else.
We need to advocate for to change the mentalities amongst Barbadians. And Morris, 21-year-old student here at the University of the West Indies Gateway campus.
And show your solidarity.
Show myself everywhere we walk them through the street, up Broad Street and right up there. And that's how I stand up with them. The body still ain't stopping me. So I stand up with you.